What's up, guys? This is Cade Beloso. This is my final presentation for this internship. I wanted to start off today with a question, the canned question. And mine is, have you ever found yourself in a place where you just thought it was perfect for you? This is exactly how I felt with traction. This is exactly what I want to do with my life, is kind of own a place like traction, a sports performance place. So I felt this was like the perfect time for me, perfect place, perfect opportunity this semester was to complete my internship there. So the type of population served, it was mainly 10 to 18-year-old kids, just primarily in the Baton Rouge area. We had a lot of Catholic high kids. It was boys and girls, not just straight boys. We had a bunch of professional athletes that come through, especially like this time of the year. Because football is not in season, so a lot of them are doing their off-season training. A bunch of LSU grads come back, like your Patrick Queen, Torrey Carter, guys like that. One thing that I thought was pretty cool, that once you're at traction, the clients like literally don't leave traction until they graduate or go on to college, go on to pros. And even then, they still come back. So they're very loyal to traction. They don't leave necessarily. They train there for good. So I thought that was pretty cool. Some of my supervisors, Ryan Terrio was my main guy. Terrio played baseball at LSU, and then he played in the big leagues, won a couple World Series. He is the co-owner and operator of Traction. Just someone I look up to, a great role model. I consider him a friend now. He's exactly where I want to be. Another guy is Brad Cressy. Brad Cressy is one of the best hitters to ever play at LSU. He does mainly just the baseball side of Traction, where he coaches teams and kind of makes everything run smoothly over there. Trey Duncan made it to AAA baseball. He's one of the best athletes Baton Rouge has ever seen in terms of high school. His career got cut short due to injury, but he mainly oversees baseball lessons. Clay Moffitt was another guy that I kind of worked with. He is a strength coach at Traction, but his dad is one of the best strength coaches in the history of sports. So, Clay's an awesome dude. He comes from a family of strength coaches, and he also played baseball at LSU, so that was good. Some opportunities. I gained professional insight in regards to running a sports facility. Like I said, this is what I wanted to do. There's a lot that goes into running a sports facility that I really didn't know about. Just such thing as like booking clients, building relationships, time management. Are we doing the right thing with these guys? Stuff like that. Also, you're able to form connections in this field that will be beneficial to my future. Like I said, maybe I don't run it in Baton Rouge, but I build relationships with clients that maybe I go to, Denham Springs, maybe I go to Covington, somewhere in that nature, go somewhere else, but I still know what to do. Also, I think hands-on experience is so big, especially in this profession, because baseball lessons and sports performance, stuff like that, is very hands-on. So the only experience you get is by actually doing it. So just conducting baseball lessons and stuff like that. Also, one thing that's also very big is youth baseball tournaments. That's one thing that Traction provided me the opportunity with, was, just to understand how youth tournaments work, the ins and outs of how it's run well, actually. There's a bunch of people and organizations that do it poorly, but I think that Traction does a great job. So, just making sure that everybody is as happy as they can be with those things, because they can get a little long. My project was the Hit Tracks project. And it's something I was introduced to I think junior year of high school at a hitting facility in New Orleans. Had a Hit Tracks machine. And then the purpose of it was, today's game of baseball is all about numbers. Anytime you flip on the TV, they're talking about analytics, exit velocity, launch angle, how fast that pitch was, how much spin that pitch had, etc. So, parents are striving for numbers more than anyone for their kids. Youth baseball has turned into something that is so crazy now, to where like kids are getting ranked when they're like 9 years old. So the Hit Tracks provides all the proper analytics of which should be a good baseball / softball swing. I thought it was something that parents would just go crazy over and just want their kids to just get involved with. And once we have that machine and just more clients would come in, more kids would be focused and, just excited about trying to hit certain numbers, or, do certain things, stuff like that. And I thought this was needed due to the fact that traction didn't have anything like that. You know, the main technology that traction had was like a pitching machine. You know, so this is something that was brought up, or I brought up to Ryan. He was all for it. So, you know, it's a really cool machine, and I thought it was very beneficial. I'm going to show you kind of like what it looks like. So this little machine, it like reads all the analytics. There's like a main database right over here, and it's like all the numbers are centered to the plate. And it gives you all kind of numbers like exit velocity, launch angle, distance, spin, stuff like that. Going over to the next one, you can just see more in depth of what I'm talking about. For instance, it tells you the hit, whether it was like a homer, single, double, triple, launch angle, where it was at in the strike zone, your line drive percentage, was it a home run, your average velocity, stuff like that. So it's a pretty unique machine. It also keeps track over from when you start to when you basically end. So if it was like you started off in your first day, you had like a 92 velocity, it'll save that until you beat that record. Same thing with distance and stuff like that too. So I thought HitTrax was very cool, and it was a big hit. My conclusion with the project was that little kids can have fun with technology. You know, it's kind of cool seeing how excited kids get when they hit a certain number, hit a ball a certain distance, and you know, when the kids are engaged, the results are so much better. It's very easy for a kid to get distracted. So when they're engaged and the numbers are lining up and stuff like that, they're going to be more engaged, and they're not going to, you know, not be interested to what's going on, which is good on traction side of things. This also adds an element of innovation to traction due to technology of the machine. It just draws in parents, honestly. Whenever you hear numbers and stuff like that, parents, like I said earlier in the presentation, parents are just chasing that. And this just adds a big old element of innovation, and it's one of the hot things out there on the baseball market. There's no limitations of the actual machine, but definitely can be seen as less up to date as some of the new technology we see today. So this is only one of the kind of littler machines. There's bigger machines such as like Rapsodo, TrackMan, stuff like that, that get put on actual ballparks, but this is just for like cage settings. So I'm assuming that as traction grows, so will the technology implementing with it. So it just kind of goes hand in hand. My professional plans is to play baseball for as long as I can. I am coming back for my 5th year. I just had knee surgery on my ACL and meniscus, so I will be back for my 5th year. But after I'm done playing baseball and I get my master's degree this upcoming year, I want to coach, or, you know, I've gotten a lot of job offers recently with construction, so I got to put a little thought into that. This internship fit my goals and plans because it's exactly what I want to do with my life. Like I mentioned with the canned question at the beginning, like I thought this was literally the perfect place, perfect time for me, because like I said, all I wanted to do is be a baseball coach and, you know, just help kids get to the next level and basically just run a sports performance center like that. So I thought this was perfect. That's pretty much it. You know, I can't thank the people at Traction enough, and I can't thank you enough just for, you know, putting me in this class and, you know, giving me the opportunity to, you know, venture out and work at Traction and get that experience that was so much, you know, desperately needed. So I can't thank you enough. And if there was another internship, I would try to do it at Traction again. So thank you, and appreciate it.